What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the remote front office. Today we are revisiting a old off-season topic at this point, and it is that Damian Lillard wants out, and just kind of an update on that situation and kind of my thoughts on the roster at this point. But before we get into that, I do want to say make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We are slowly trying to build here. We are at 15 subscribers so far. I appreciate every one of you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So I know we did a Portland offseason outlook video um, a little while back, but it's been about a month now, and Dame still hasn't been traded. Dame is still on this Portland Trailblazers roster. So personally, I'm going to kind of go through my perspective of it at this point. Dame has made it pretty clear that he wants to go to almost Miami exclusively, right? That's his target destination. Is he wants to be with the Miami Heat. I understand it. Winning organization, just was in the NBA Finals. His best place to probably compete realistically, right? I understand the people that say, "Oh, he's been a lifer for you guys. He's been here through thick and thin." Make sure he gets to the place he wants to go. I am not doing that. I am looking for the best offer available. Miami, I don't know, because the problem is you have to bring in a third team to Miami, right? Because their greatest trade value piece is Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is a 6'5 guard that does not play defense at a higher level, right? You already have 6'2 Scoot. You already have 6'5 Shaden Sharp. You have Anthony Simons. Like, you have all of these guys that are already offensive pluses, defensive minuses on your roster that are younger or close to the same age as Tyler Hero and more than likely make less money. At this point, though, you need to free up the guard rotation, right? Because you want Scoot to start. You want Shaden Sharp to play big minutes. You want Simons to play big minutes. Obviously, you can't trade Jeremy Grant right now because he just signed his deal, but I wouldn't be surprised if next year he's dealt, right? I think the other hiccup with the Dame deal is a lot of these trade packages, they want Nurkic gone too, because Nurkic is on the books for the next 3 years, and you're at this point just shooting yourselves in the foot as far as the rebuild process, trying to have Nurkic on this roster. He's not being paid a terrible amount, right? Like, it's an okay amount. It's 15 mil. It's not anything too crazy, but you are at the point where I understand there's not a lot of centers on this roster, but you're trying to tank because you want to rebuild around this team, right? You need to be able to build around this team and draft some bigs and develop them, right? Or sign some guys that can come in. And you just can't do that with Nurkic soaking up all these minutes and then being hurt for 20 games a year, right? So personally, I think at this point, you trade Dame. Now, everybody, of course, is going to be like, well, where do you trade Dame to? Here's the thing. Miami, I think, is probably without having to put much thought into it, right, best package available. As far as depending on what you can get for the Tyler Hero part, right? That is the hiccup, is because he has to go to a third team. I don't know what third team wants Tyler Hero right now, right? I would be curious if he went to a team like Toronto, but I don't know how much Toronto's giving up in order to get Tyler Hero. Doesn't really make much sense in my mind. Or maybe a team, just spitballing here, Brooklyn, I think, would be an interesting fit for Tyler Hero, right? You just need that other offensive punch next to McHale. I'd be curious to see Tyler Hero and McHale at the same time. Just different scenarios like this, right? The thing is if you're Portland, you're going to want picks, or you're going to want young guys with potential. That's not really going to happen if you trade him to Brooklyn, right? You're looking at either like a Ben Simmons or maybe a Spencer Dinwiddie and some picks. If you trade him to Miami, or if you trade Tyler Hero, like really anywhere else, right? Milwaukee doesn't have a package for him. Chicago, you're just kind of taking a sidestep, so that doesn't really make any sense. New York, I don't really think has the true package for Tyler Hero that would make sense. It's really hard to find a spot for a two guard that can't play both ends of the floor and isn't necessarily a guy you want having the ball in his hands at all times, right? It just makes it a little difficult. And I'm assuming that Portland's not going to trade him in conference, trades, right? So I'm assuming you can rule out the entire West Coast, right? Because you know Portland's not going to be good for a couple of years. You don't want to have to see Damian Lillard 3 to 4 times a year. Or if you make a like play-in run, you don't want to see him in the play-in, anything like that, right? So I'm assuming it's the East. I don't think the Bulls would do it. Hopefully we're not stupid enough to do it, but who knows? Milwaukee would be interesting, but I don't know what you're trading, right? It would have to be Drew Holiday, but what's Drew Holiday's value on the open market? I don't think it's as much as Dame's, right? You look at a place like Philly, you trade him for Harden, then you're just stuck with the Harden thing, right? Maybe New York, but then again, New York's not going to want him because of Brunson, right? I understand that Dame has to go. It's just a question of where at this point. That's why I'm still thinking, as much as I don't like the Miami package, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big advocate of the Miami package. I just think realistically, bang for your buck, that's where you send him, right? It's just the simple, this is where you send him. Let's wash our hands of it. He's been here. Let's get it over with, and let's move on, right? If you guys could think of any other trades, by all means, send them to me, because I don't know if Dame at this point gets traded before preseason, right? I don't know if I see it because it seems like both teams, both sides, I guess I should say, are at such a standstill that I just don't see it happening as of right now, right? But that's just my thought. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Put Dame trade packages down below. What you think of when they should do it. Personally, I'm of the camp of do it before training camp because you want Scoot going in as point guard one, right? That's just what you want him to develop as. But that's just my thought. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.